my dream film on an aeroplane is kind of like, it's nothing too stressful.
Yeah.
Okay? It's fun. It's meandering. Your dinner's come at the same time. You're saying to the lady, oh, yeah, I'll have the chicken. You know, it's very like, it's okay that you missed a bit of plot.
We aren't watching anything IMAX.
No.
On an 8-inch screen.
It's an 8-inch screen.
It's important. Hey, sometimes I know that some of you listening will be high flyers. You might have a slightly bigger screen up there up front. Good for you.
I hope you'll have your feet up, your pajamas.
Us up back. We'll be comfy with an 8-inch screen.
Hello, everyone. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about how to get your dose of culture this holiday.
With recommendations of what to read, watch, and see while you're away.
I love it. This is Culture Bites, brought to you by Abu Dhabi Culture. I'm Enas and Farah.
And I'm Farah Andrews.
Hello.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. I am very excited to be on holiday mode.
We're in holiday mode fully. I am, feeling relaxed, feeling happy to be getting out of here very soon.
Well, I'm glad, but I'm glad we're going to get all of your recommendations. So this episode is a little bit different to what we usually do.
Yes.
We are going to talk about our top holiday recommendations for this season.
From a cultural perspective, so thinking about the things that we love, like the films that we like watching on planes, the TV shows that we're going to binge while we're away, and what we're going to be reading.
Yes. So get your pen and paper ready because you might want to take down some notes.
This is a recommendation fest.
It's going to be a recommendation fest. So to kick it all off, we are going to start with our holiday read of the season.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us what yours is?
I can kick us off. This summer, as you know, I'm a prolific reader when I go away. It's when I really get all my reading done. And I try and get as much downtime with a book to fit in. So this year, I'm going to be reading Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. So, full disclosure, I haven't read it yet. So this is quite a brave recommendation.
Oh, me too.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, but I have read the previous 2 books in this series. It's the Part of Your World series. So I've read Part of Your World and I've read Yours Truly. And what I like about these books is that they are they're wildly readable. Mm-hmm. I think they would fit quite squarely into chick lit, which I mean,
it's a classic for summer.
And you know the way Love Actually has lots of kind of interconnecting narratives, mm-hmm. but they are separate, but the odd kind of overlap. Mm-hmm. This series, this world, has that. So it isn't, you don't have to have necessarily read Part of Your World or Yours Truly to read Just for the Summer, but there'll be some characters that overlap, but different kind of lead protagonists.
Fun.
So yeah, that's what I am.
So do you want to tell us a little bit more about what, like, other than the characters just interlinking, is it like a romance?
Yeah, it's romance led. So each book is kind of like 2 different couples. Well, it's a different couple each time, and so they've kind of got the highs and the lows.
Oh, fun.
It's classic chick lit, but it will make me very, very happy on a train or on a beach.
So my recommendation for this year is a book that I bought at WH Smith at Heathrow Airport, like all good book purchases.
It's a very important place to buy a book.
I bought this book in the hope of reading it last summer, and I didn't, and I left it on the side. And then today I was looking and I was like, that's what I'm going to take back with me on a plane.
I like that feeling.
So the book is called The List by Yomi Adegoke. It's been given such high reviews. Yeah. This is like on a lot of people's lists this year and this summer. It's already been, taken off for a little adaptation. It's going to be on the screen
prime for
soon.
An adaptation.
It's prime for an adaptation. And I really love reading those kind of books because it's just easy, they're fun. Anyway, this book is about a high-profile journalist.
Oh.
I wonder why I felt that connection. But she's a high-profile journalist who seems to have it all. She's got the handsome fiancé on her side, and she's got everything. It's all neat and perfect. But of course, You know it's not. We scratch the surface and it's not. And one day a list appears on social media. So I think it's kind of been inspired by the #MeToo movement. And a list appears on social media and her handsome fiance's name is on it. Dun, dun, dun. And so that is the premise of my holiday read, which I think is really going to be really fun.
And I'm going to read it after you.
Yes, I'll give it to you.
Oh, thanks so much.
I'll let you, what is it? I'll lend you the book.
Lend me the book. Shall we talk films?
Yes. Very excited to talk about my film.
Okay.
My film is, so when was it made? 2022. Let's be real here. Planes don't usually have the most current films. Sometimes they do, but sometimes there's a lot of golden oldies in the back catalogue. This film is Miss Harris Goes to Paris.
Love it.
Have you seen this?
No, I've not.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so like my dream film on an aeroplane is kind of like, it's nothing too stressful.
Yeah.
Okay? It's fun. It's meandering. Your dinners come at the same time. You're saying to the lady, oh yeah, I'll have the chicken. You know, it's very like, it's okay that you missed a bit of plot.
We aren't watching anything IMAX.
No.
On an 8-inch screen.
It's an 8-inch screen.
It's important. Hey, sometimes I know that some of you who are listening will be high flyers. You might have a slightly bigger screen up there up front. Good for you.
I hope you'll have your feet up, your pajamas.
Us up back. We'll be comfy with an 8-inch screen and feel grateful for it, because I do remember an era of travel when we would share like one screen up front, or there would only be like this like 8 films on circulation.
I still remember, oh my God, I'm showing my age, smoking on planes.
Do you?
Yeah. I remember like specifically one year we were going back to Jordan and we'd sat so close to the smoking area and it was just like horrible.
I mean, obviously, until quite recently, there were the little ashtrays in seat chairs. That was a thing. But no, I don't remember smoking on planes.
No, I got so much older than you. But anyway.
The kind of, what is a good film for a plane is something we've been having a conversation about in the office quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not too...
It's not too stressful.
It's not stressful. It's not IMAX. It's not big.
No.
It's not crazy emotional, because there is evidence that altitude affects the way you respond to a film. So if it's very, very sad, you'll cry more. And if people laugh a lot more out loud watching films on planes than they necessarily would like just in their living room.
I did not know that.
It's interesting, isn't it? And it's obviously not too risque.
Yes.
And it's not too violent because people can see your screen.
You don't want it to be too violent. You don't want it to be too scary. I once watched a horror film on a plane. Mother, did you ever see that? No, of course not. You don't. Jennifer Lawrence film. And I just was terrified on this plane.
Decision.
And like you said, the altitude makes these emotions like so heightened. So my recommendation is Miss Harris Goes to Paris.
So what I don't
because
know.
It's very sweet.
It sounds twee.
It's twee. It's so twee. I actually found out that it was a remake of Miss Harris Goes to Paris, which was a television film that was shot in the 90s with the actress from Murder, She Wrote.
Oh.
Yeah, and Omar Sharif. So I need to check out the original.
Yeah, find the original.
I need to check out. But this 2022 version is starring Leslie Manvilla, who's quite a famous actress. If you see her, you'll know who I'm talking about. And she stars as Ada Harris. Love that name, Ada.
Of course you do.
Obviously, I've got my daughter's Ada. And it is set in 1950s London. And she's a widowed cleaning lady. And she falls madly in love with a dress. Now, we've all been there, girlies. It's not about, I mean, there is a slight romance like thread to the film, but I think most of it is about...
for the dress.
Yeah, pun intended. But it's mainly about like one woman's love of couture. In the 1950s.
The way you said that sentence, it honestly felt like I was listening to Radio 4. That's just one woman's love of couture.
It's just one woman's love of couture, and it's really sweet. And I think that it really goes back to, I think everything about this film I just quite enjoy. I quite like the kind of flamboyance of Paris in the 1950s, the Dior showroom, what that must have felt like. And there's also a bit of the, like the snooty, a bit of Pretty Woman, like,
right, okay.
you're going to regret this.
Okay.
You know what's that line in Pretty Woman that she says? She's like, big mistake.
Yeah, that's like, yeah.
That's the line, right? So there's a bit of that in this because she's just a lady from London,
A cleaning lady
from
in love
London,
with a piece of control.
and has decided that she is going to, instead of being sensible with a bit of money that she's got from being widowed, she is going to just put it all into a couture dress.
I'm going to watch this one because it sounds very, very sweet.
It's very sweet. It's really heartwarming. So that's my recommendation.
I've gone in a different direction.
Okay.
For my recommendation. So I also thought, a good movie film is not too long.
Yes.
But I like the opportunity for the possibility of a sequel because if you're enjoying yourself, then you can
get the next.
Keep it going. And then I was going to look at like Etihad and Emirates' programming, but then I thought, no. Do you know what I can rely on? Netflix. So you can download my recommendations, and they are Knives Out 1 and 2. So Knives Out, the original from 2019, and Knives Out Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery from 2022. Have you watched them?
Yes.
So they're about Daniel
them.
Craig plays Detective Benoit Blanc, who is enlisted to investigate the murder of a deaf. I'm not going to say who it is. Is this a film that we don't know who dies?
I feel like we don't know who dies in this film. I can't remember.
It's been a long time since I watched it. So he is enlisted to investigate a death at a very wealthy family's estate. And then in the second one, he is shipped off on holiday,
yes,
fitting, to a private island of a billionaire where he is going to investigate yet another death. It is so cheesy, so fun, and I do love a murder mystery trope. So yeah, it ticks all those boxes.
Such a good recommendation. I think that's a brilliant recommendation.
Thank
I
you.
Love that. I do. You know what? I think I'm actually I'll download both of those because I did find the second one, A Knives Out mystery, really funny.
Oh yeah, it was laughing at itself, and that's what I like the most in a film. When they are self-aware and they know what they're up to,
especially on a plane.
Yeah, give me a audio recommendation, please.
So this is okay. Like, look, this is odd, right, to be recommending another podcast. Obviously, the podcast or audio entertainment for yourself should be
Pack us.
Culture Bites.
Pack us and take us away with you.
However, if you were going to just really want some in-depth conversations and something that we just don't talk about at all is relationships. So I've put down as my recommendation is Where Should We Begin with Esther Perel. Mm-hmm. Have you ever listened to her?
No, I've not listened to this, but I've listened to Esther Perel speak.
She is brilliant. So she's a famous author and psychotherapist, and she has these very raw conversations and it's real life therapy with people talking about lots of different issues. The latest one that I listened to was about a controlling boyfriend. Oh.
There's often a lot of her content is very emotionally and relationship hooked.
Yes. But what I do like about I sometimes find it quite soothing to like listen to her voice. I think obviously that is her job, mm-hmm. right, is to be very soothing and to give people enough space to talk about their issues and their problems. So I do quite enjoy like her podcast, and it kind of helps me reflect a bit upon maybe decisions that I'm making or things that I have going on in my life, and like just hearing from a pro how to approach things.
That's a very sensible suggestion. I love it.
What's your suggestion?
Okay, I'm going to give you a choice.
Ooh.
Do you want a podcast recommendation or do you want an audiobook recommendation?
Oh, podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do both.
She wants both. My podcast, I'll be quick then. My podcast recommendation is What's My Age Again with Catherine Ryan.
Oh, I love her.
Canadian comedian. She's wonderful. Absolutely adore her. Basically, each week she gets a celebrity guest on, and it's quite a new podcast, and they test their they test their like chronological age. Like, basically, they do a test, kind of like how old is your body, and then they kind of compare it in conversation to like what keeps them young, what's aging them, and kind of there's like elements of like levity, but then it does get a bit deep at times.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's worth a listen. She gets good guests on as well.
Fun. And audiobook?
Right. Very different. When the Going Was Good by Graydon Carter. Do you know who Graydon Carter is?
No.
He was the editor of Vanity Fair in like the heyday.
Oh, wow.
So When the Going Was Good.
Yeah.
I am an entertainment journalist at heart. So this speaks to me. And so he just kind of talks about the kind of real Hollywood glamour. He kind of relives its real heyday. And why I'm recommending this for a trip. On Audible, I listen at 1.2 speed. Interesting to know how fast other people listen. This book runs at nearly 12 hours.
Really?
So that is a companion for your holiday.
That is a full companion.
Yeah.
I listen at 1.5.
Do you?
Yeah.
I started listening to Project Hammer at 1.5, but then I was enjoying it so much I slowed it down because I didn't want it to end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying that book at the moment, but we've spoken about that before.
We digress.
Yeah, we're digressing.
Would you like to talk art to me?
Yes. So the other thing that we thought about, as it's Culture Bites and people are traveling and going away, we thought we would recommend perhaps a gallery space, a museum that is either here or abroad, and why it is. So I've chosen a museum, and it's kind of obscure. I've never been to one before. I'm sure they do exist at other places, but it's the Royal Automobile Museum in Amman.
Amazing.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I'm obviously half Jordanian, and I've been to Jordan many a time. And a few years ago, we went to Amman and we went to this Royal Automobile Museum. Now, it's brilliant because King Hussein, not King Abdullah, is the current king, the old king, King Hussein, huge petrol head.
Right.
Okay. Really phenomenal car collection. And I think Abdullah is still rally car. He has rally cars. There's lots of rally car racing and things like that.
It's family interest.
Family interest is kind of part of this, kind of weirdly become a bit of the culture. I think petrol heads and toys, it's just fun. And the scope of the different kind of cars that are on show, and you can get up close to, and some of them have real historical significance. So the car that was there in the coronation, and the car that was there when so-and-so visited.
Fantastic.
Maybe this was a car that was involved in a film set. Maybe we've had a few films that have been shot in Jordan. So there's all these different cars attached to different moments in Jordan's history.
Nice.
And it's just a really fun way, I think, of obviously children will love this. So if you are going to Jordan this summer, or maybe even if you're going in the winter, but if you are going to Jordan, try and check it out. It's really fun. And it's 25 dirhams to enter. Bargain. It opened in 2003.
Nice. I like that.
So it's quite established. And it's in quite a nice part of Amman as well.
Worth a visit.
There you go.
Mine is a little bit different. Again, I like that we're really going for a spectrum this week. Mine is a exhibition called Raindrops of Rani by the artist Asghar Arif, which is on show at Edinburgh Printmakers. I thought about this because I am going back to Edinburgh this summer. So are you. So this could actually be a tangible recommendation for you. And so this exhibition it uses elements of the artist, uses elements of South Asian folklore to explore themes of identity, displacement, and then kind of cultural place through fantasy and world building. So really interesting, very pertinent kind of conversation right now. I really like the fact that she kind of brings in a folk tragedy, and that kind of focuses on the separation of a South Asian princess who finds herself living in Glasgow, and then she's dealing with pressures to assimilate in a hostile space. And it's the exhibition isn't running yet; it's running in August, and the kind of previews I've seen, it's multi-medium. So you've got elements of film and painting. It looks really, really cool.
Oh, I cannot wait to go to that.
And it's in a space called the Edinburgh Printmakers, which is an art gallery, but also a studio, it's a working space. So it's a really cool. I like the Printmakers. And finally, it's free to visit because it's taking place as part of the Edinburgh Art Festival, which runs hand in hand with the Fringe.
With the Fringe. Oh, fantastic. I'm definitely going to take my friends there then.
Because
this will tick a lot of their boxes. My friend is South Asian, Poppy, and she will enjoy this very much. So
I'm looking forward to going and seeing it this summer. We're back.
Okay, and we're back. So next thing to talk about is a show we will be binging on holiday.
While we are off.
Or while we're off. Or a show that you can binge, because I have already binged my recommendation.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I'm binging my recommendations. So,
Are you? So if you haven't heard, I think she's a writer-director, Lena Dunham. Or Lena Dunham? I think it's Lena. Lena?
I would say Lena, but I might be wrong. Like Helena, but I'm probably wrong.
Lena. I did actually interview her once. I digress. So Lena is a famous writer-director. She wrote and directed Girls. Do you remember this from the noughties era?
Vividly.
Very, very important series for a lot of people of that kind of like age group. I think like millennial women really grew up alongside these quite haphazard girls in New York.
It was like it was kind of pitched as the Sex and the City for the millennial.
Yeah.
It was,
And boy, did it deliver.
Yeah.
And Lena's had a bit of time off. I think she's had some like medical problems, and she's had a few things that she's been very vocal about on her social media. So wishing her all the best. And she's come back with this series, and it is called Too Much, and it's starring Megan Statler.
Who I adore.
You love her.
She is so good. She's been in quite a few shows as like the friend, so I'm so glad to see her as the lead.
Yeah. So what did you see her in? Because I can't.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
And you can't remember.
No.
But she's fantastic. Now, she stars alongside Will Sharp, who was in...
I'm like racking my brain for what I've watched recently. Was it Loot? Was it?
Something. But anywho's.
Come back to me.
So Will Sharp, who was in the second season of White Lotus, he kind of played like a kind of a tech bro. I don't know if you remember. Quite handsome, Japanese British guy.
He played opposite Aubrey Plaza.
Yes. So he kind of plays her love interest.
Okay.
And it's now...
You've missed out the biggest part, I think.
It's all based in London.
Yeah.
This is the biggest part. So I am a bit homesick at the moment. And I think if anyone knows me, they know this right now. I'm very homesick for London. And this whole series is based on Lena's own personal journey. So she left New York in kind of a bit of a flurry. She had a breakdown of her relationship, which is kind of all of this is kind of like dotted into this series called Too Much. And it's all about her then rediscovering herself, and she's now married to Lewis Felber, who's also a rock and roll star, who's also, so there's a bit of similarities there with Will Sharp's character and her now current husband. There are so many familiar faces in this.
Oh, okay.
So I was not expecting it. It was released only this summer, and I saw Richard E. Grant is in it.
Amazing.
Naomi Watts, isn't it?
Amazing.
And also Emily Ratajkowski.
Wow.
She plays the new girlfriend for the ex-boyfriend in New York.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
That would be a punch in the stomach.
That would be hard. So, but this series is really light. Now, I'm not going to lie. I read some reviews online, and some of them were quite scathing. It's not trying to be anything more than just like a fun romantic comedy set in London, and it's kind of set in this real, like, it's on a council estate. As part of the joke that she thinks she's like rented an apartment on an estate. She's like, I'm going to be staying in the Hoxton estate, and they're like, this is the Hoxton estate, and she's like, where's the the shrubbery?
Oh.
She's just been Downton Abbey. She doesn't realise the realities of living in London. So yes, there are a few in jokes for Londoners. The screenplay is all written by Lena, and it's just really so her. It's so, I can hear her voice in all of the kind of like comedy. Is it perfect? No. Does it slip up sometimes? Yes. But are we watching this because we're on holiday and we're having fun? Exactly.
Right. I am definitely going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. I read that it's kind of for like any girl that has ever been described as being too much of a handful. It's kind of like a bit of a hug.
Look, with big personality comes big responsibility.
Boom. Boom.
What's yours?
Very different again. It is The Pit. Have you read about this?
No.
It is, it's very on brand for me. It's a medical drama.
I don't know anyone else in this world who'll be like, oh yeah, I love a medical drama.
I love them so much. Grey's Anatomy.
I never got into any of it.
Grey's Anatomy, ER.
Anyway, Sell this to
Green
me.
Wing. Okay.
The Pit.
The Pit. It's set in a hospital in Pittsburgh, and it's basically it's 15 episodes, and it's hour by hour of a doctor's shift in an emergency room. It's highly stressful.
It sounds like The Bear, but
I
in
know,
a
it kind
hospital.
of is like Medical Bear. And it's highly stressful. There is it's a very good spotlight on the difficulties parts of the healthcare system are facing, because just the sheer volume of people and the emergencies is phenomenal. What I would like to say about it, though, is that it stars Noah Weil. Are you familiar with him?
No.
Well, that's because you aren't a graduate of the medical drama field. Unlike me. He was Dr. Carter in ER.
Oh, of course.
Total heartthrob, BFFs with George Clooney. Can't believe. I mean, if you aged yourself earlier about smoking on planes, I'm aging myself now with ER. But what a show.
Okay.
And he was just so handsome then. He's so handsome now.
For those of you listening to this podcast, the glimmer in your eye.
I probably blushed. So at the moment, I am watching an episode a night and just really enjoying myself. It's an HBO show, so here it's on OSN Plus, and let me tell you, it's worth a watch.
Oh, nice.
It's a lovely time.
That is so
It's
fun.
stressful though, so don't watch it if you're having a hard time, and maybe don't watch it if you have a kind of weak stomach, because some of it is quite raw.
It's hospital based, so it will be medical.
Don't watch it over dinner. That's my recommendation.
Okay, so now we're coming to the final part of our recommendations list, and this is my favourite.
Okay.
This is actually my favourite, which is our. I wish we had like a little jingle kit.
I'm sure they can put it in post.
Can
We've got
can we
endless
put that
budget. Endless budget.
Anyway, it's our holiday hack. Dun, 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 dun. And mine
jingle.
is packing pods.
They do change a game.
So you know this about me. Maybe other people don't know this about me. I really hate overconsumption. Okay, I think that like everybody in the world has got a bit too social media heavy. Everyone's just buying stuff they don't need all the time. And that meant that your girlie over here was very hesitant to buy packing pods.
You didn't want to be influenced into the packing pod.
Yeah, I spoke to you about this. And you were like...
I call them a cube.
Oh, packing cube. Sorry, packing cube.
Google both, see what you find.
See what you find. It's probably packing cube. She doesn't know. I did it. I bought them.
Yeah.
And they actually changed my life.
They're phenomenal.
And I was just like... And then I bought more.
You've overconsumed.
But my plan is for the children that they'll have different colours, and then I can put the packing pods. So they're like individual, reusable. They're reusable.
Oh
so
yeah,
that's better
nothing's
for the
getting thrown
environment.
away.
You can take the packing pods and then you can put your clothes in. So you can put one with like all tops, one with all bottoms. And so when you have your suitcase all packed up, you kind of know roughly, okay, I've got these many tops, these many bottoms, instead of it just being a sea.
I find them very, very handy for the kind of holidays where you aren't going to unpack.
Yeah.
Do you always unpack?
No.
Okay,
I
good.
never unpack.
The face that you made then, I was like, oh no, am I always meant to unpack? I never unpack.
I never unpack. It's always in a suitcase on the floor.
And the kind of holidays where you travel around a lot. So there's two approaches. Sometimes I do the all tops, all dresses, undies, etc. Or I'll do like, because last year or the year before, I was in like 4 destinations on my holiday. No, but it was
So
very
glamorous.
fun. It wasn't that glamorous. But I had like, well, this is going to sound glamorous. I had like my Mexico pod.
Guacamole.
Let's all have a Mexico pod.
Tacos.
Because the clothes I was going to wear in Mexico weren't the same as Edinburgh in Ads, let me tell you.
Yeah.
There
These
isn't a lot of
different
overlap.
climates. Oh God, that's quite hard to
tricky.
pack. I'm finding it difficult to pack for like Bristol and London.
Yeah. I've got London and Edinburgh this year.
Yeah. So I was
pods.
listening to another podcast. So I can't claim to have this trick. But Lily Allen said that she's going to put her children's outfits rolled up into packing pods, so that when the kid is like, oh, you just whip out a whole outfit. And I thought, that's genius.
Oh, that's good. I like
So
it.
I might just put like the kids' outfits. I don't know yet, but
That says to me there's a lot of time packing.
Yeah.
I like minimal
Do
packing
you?
time. Oh, yeah, I can't stand
I
packing.
hate packing. But packing cubes will make your life
They make life better. They do make it a lot
easier.
better. And your suitcase tidier.
And your suitcase way tidier. I just always end up with a mountain on the floor. Anyway, what's your holiday hack? Ba-da-ba-dum.
My holiday hack is twofold. It is to go into the Google Maps app before you leave and download the map of the area you're in. So you can use it without data.
Ooh.
And it's very helpful. And then while you're at it, if you're going to a country that speaks a different language to your mother tongue, do the same thing in Google Translate.
Smart.
They've got me out of a good few pickles in the past.
Wow.
So just being able to download it, then you don't have to have very expensive data. You're still kind of offline. Because this is the thing, I find now, I really like being offline on holiday. But then I need my phone and data for Google Maps and for Google Translate and all these things if I'm somewhere where I don't speak the language. So you kind of keep the, you're not online.
You did that. You went off. You're on a boat somewhere, scuba diving.
You best believe I wasn't.
You were not looking at your phone, young lady.
I wasn't looking at my phone. I certainly wasn't getting anything translated. I'm going to give you one more tip.
Ooh.
And it is a plug for myself. I now write our travel newsletter every week. And what is on that travel newsletter? A travel tip every single week. So I have to come up with a travel tip. Oh, it's actually every 2 weeks. Every second week.
So subscribe, people. This is the perfect time to subscribe.
Come to me for all your travel tips. My tip this week was to read a book set in the holiday destination you're going to. I felt very culture bitey.
That's a fun idea. I remember I used to do that when I was much younger. When I had time to think about reading actual novels, like when I was on holiday. Now I'm just, rolling up children's clothes. And
you're reading the list this year. You're reading the list.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun. It's not like, I remember.
I like deep novels.
Yeah.
I was never doing that on holiday. I knew myself.
Yeah, I remember I read.
There was no War and Peace for me on holes.
No Plato.
No.
Okay, well.
That was school time.
That was a fun episode. I really enjoyed that. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us for all of our top tips. This episode has been brought to you by Abu Dhabi Culture.
You can watch all of our episodes on the National News YouTube channel and be sure to follow us over at the National Arts on social media.
Bye.